Today we're going to remove the battery from a 1978 Honda Express moped. Just going to remove it, inspect it, look at the connections, clean the connections, do any maintenance to the battery that's needed. Now on this model, the battery is located underneath the seat, and to get that is really simple. Underneath the seat, there's a little wing nut, which we'll just twist that off. That releases the front, and then the back, we're just going to slide the whole seat back and pop off the seat. Here's our battery located right here. Now, upon inspection, there's like a little window here, and I think that's used to kind of view in there. And I guess it was originally probably to see the level, the water level in the battery. As we can see, this one's a really low. But, there's two cables connecting this. I'm just going to pop those off. Okay. Remove our battery. Just be careful for any battery acid that has leaked out. You don't get any of that on. Seen online, people have made batteries from, made them at home, have bought other batteries from different models, mopeds and things like that. So there's many different options you can do. And we have other electrical components in here, and I think what I'm going to do is take everything out, just give it a good cleaning. You can see the styrofoam's held up pretty well. You can also see this little tube here, which connects to a little knob on the battery. Okay, now we've removed the battery from the 1978 Honda Express moped, and I want to clean it. But upon inspection of the battery, we saw that, you can see here, that there's a lower limit where the water and acid are sitting in there. It's actually below that. So what I'm going to do is clean this up, make sure all the battery acid, if any leaked out, is cleaned up. And I'm going to refill it with some distilled water. Now, not too much. I'm not going to go over the upper. Probably shoot for a little below that line. Just clean the connections and things while I'm at that. But what I'm going to use is just some baking soda and just a scrub brush and some warm water to make sure that the acid is neutralized. And all I do is I'm just going to sprinkle this all over the battery like so. Turn on some water. You really want to make sure all the cracks around the side and the bottom, baking soda is getting on there. I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times. Now I'm just going to run it under the hot water. What I also want to do is just take a wire brush, and for the ends, to make sure you have good connections when you put it back together, is just rub that a few times, get off any rust or corrosion. You'll also notice that there is a fuse inside. What we'll see inside is that there is a fuse, and the filament in that is fine. I also want to make sure there's no corrosion in there around the fuse, anything impairing the charge getting through. And what you want to do is just be careful. Use a pair of needle nose pliers, and you're just going to slowly rotate one of these, the tops here, and pull that out. Now you want to be careful to clear away any water or debris around the opening, so you don't want to get that in the battery. And you notice I'm wearing rubber gloves. It's important just in case there's any acid or anything like that spills. I don't get it on my skin. Now what I'm going to do is fill this up with some distilled water. You can get this at Walmart for like $2. I went ahead and refilled the levels. Now it was a little tricky because of actually seeing in the container, so I just used a flashlight, put it through the backing, and it helped show me the levels. Now there are 3 different chambers in here in this version of battery, and it's the same process. Just I pop it off, add a little distilled water until I see the levels right, and put it back on. Do the same for all three. Now, I don't know how old this battery is, so it may not adequately hold the charge anymore. But it's I believe this is 6 volt, 2 amp, and what we're going to do is hook it up to the charger, and test it out that way. Charger hooked up to the moped battery. Positive, positive, negative, negative. And I'm going to let that run for a while. Basically the lower light says it's working. The light above that says it's charging, and when the light above that turns on, that means it'll be fully charged.